This week we've had a few people in actually play testing the game and just been getting their feedback on the actual controls, and from that I've sort of adjusted the way that the movements sort of occur for the player.
So this week I've been working on more of the UI. You see we've got the timer in there. Just getting more content into the game as well, and working on the shopping list, which you see in the game too. In addition to that, I've been working to get the photo taking mechanics a bit better, and also getting a few events working. So here we have a big red button which says do not push, so obviously I'm going to push it.
This week again more textures going into the game. As you can see here, got the FBI guy, which I'm currently doing. More you see influences on Dick Tracy. That's very much influencing the design, especially the colour scheme. A bit more bulky, a bit more threatening, because Dick Tracy was a hero character.
And this week we've made some pretty good progress actually. Things have been going well. We've got all of our art assets built and into the engine, and everything's running nice and shiny. We're just now working on polishing stuff up, making sure everything's nice and finished, and tidying up a few little rough edges. Sound-wise, we've started our voice acting, and we've got some people in to do some recordings. Things are going on well there. We've got most of the sounds done for all of our weapon sets across the board. We still have a few collision sounds and things to do like that, but other than that, we're pretty solid.
Got my little brother coming in to do guitar,
music,
which is very excited about.
And yeah, it's all shaping up nicely on the audio front, and on the 2D and 3D front it's sort of winding down at this stage, although not so much in the 2D. We still have interface assets and stuff to do, but yeah, it's kind of like slowed down a bit now, thank God. How's the team dynamic getting on? Not bad actually. I was expecting us all to be like wielding machetes at each other at this stage and arguments to be running right, but no, things are good.
And we have been designing particles for the past few weeks, and we have the various particle effects like for the cannon and for the body part change effects, and also for the cookies.
This week I've been working on putting in the pickups that we've had for the game. We had them in, but we didn't have them properly in, so now they're properly in and you know where all positions are and stuff, so you can pick them up and get points and do the crazy stuff. And we've got it so you now know where your different body parts are, or the program knows where the different body parts are, so that when you pick up your body part, or rather, so you can go about picking them up and stuff, putting yourself together, but when you die, what's going to happen is you're going to lose the latest body part that you got, and then you're going to respawn at the previous body part's position, so you're a body part behind where you were effectively. And I've been working on getting the shadows sorted for the game, because if we do stencil buffer shadows, then what happens is, because the different body parts are hidden on the player when he's only got a certain amount of some, the shadow still shows it as if they're there, so that doesn't work. But then if you do texture mapped shadows, then the shadow appears on all sides of objects regardless of which way the light's coming.
Great progress has been actually really good. I think towards the end of last week tensions were getting a bit high, but we worked through all that and we had a really good testing day which just gave us loads of feedback, and yeah, I think it's really starting to become what it's going to be, and we have a few tricks up our sleeve, so watch out.
I'd say we're pretty much done. We just got to implement a few sounds, some music, one or two more AI pans, and then just yeah, fluff things up a bit.
Progress has been fine. After the testing session, I've essentially redesigned my levels so that they work this time and people can actually navigate through them. I've implemented much more careful and considered camera control, something that most of the testers had trouble with. They couldn't see where they were supposed to be going, even though I figured it would be fairly natural that they were supposed to go towards the top of the screen. They didn't, so I've fixed things.
Progress has been really good. On the testing day we had quite a few people play our games. Obviously we only had one person that was our target audience, about 7 years old, who really liked the piratey theme, and generally everyone gave us the feedback of they liked the painterly art style and the big, blocky, childish kind of way that it looked. So I'm happy because everyone seems to generally just like looking at our visuals, which means that the art team has done a good job.
Progress has been very good actually this week. We got the feedback we wanted from the testing, and we sort of figured out what was wrong with our game, which is always good. And we're trying to address that problem now.
Do you consider this as something you'd like to continue doing in the future?
Yes and no. Under more, controlled circumstances, yes.
Where I see myself, well, I'd like to be a lead designer, but I also want to stick to the character side of things, because I really enjoy bringing the characters to life. So
I want to be the guy behind the technology and try and come up with new systems and make better, solid, or modular engines, really. So
I've been sort of wanting this all my life. I sort of consider, it would be possible to make games, it would be fun, but I'm not good enough, or I can't do that, or someone else is doing that, and now they aren't anymore, it's me. So I figure it's going to be fine. I figure I'm going to get somewhere.
I'd like to kind of just develop my skills as a designer and make these shorter experiences for a mature audience. So I'm looking forward to having creative control of the project.
So far, my progress this week, I've been working on Factory Section 2. I'm actually just working on the collision meshes now, trying to match it up to the art mesh.
My progress this week has been finishing off the sound effects. Today is my last day of doing sound effects, and then tomorrow I'll be helping artists with unwrapping and texturing the environment.
This week's been quite a bad one for problems. We've had a few with implementing menus, putting in particles on deferred shading, and the rest of the team stressing a bit with how little progress they're seeing. We've got all of those fixed basically, and that also leads into team morale and stuff, which is a little bit lower at the moment, but should be up a wee bit soon as we give them more to play with, and hopefully get new graphics cards which will increase the speed at which the games are running, since we're using quite fancy graphics techniques.
I think we've had lots of good moments and some not so good. I think generally we all get along pretty well.
Well, we've done UI. UI's finished.
Awesome.
From start, from scratch.
Sound as well, I suppose.
Yeah, sound is done as well. Cleaned up the sound, finished it today, and finishing up promo images.
Cool.
So far, so good.
The majority of this week been finishing up all the environments, the second environment and the third one.
Yeah. Cool.
Yeah, hoping to get the animation done this weekend.
Yeah.
But
Are you working overtime this weekend then?
yeah, still relying on Samson work because he needs to finish off something.
Come on,
that
Samson.
Model.
That model.
Once he's finished it, then I can start animating. Hopefully
Ah,
get
okay.
our promo out as well.
Look, we've got stuff. We can change bins. It rotates.
Wow, it rotates.
Look, and also we can go inside this spaceship.
Yay.
Isn't that cool?
Yay.
Although we somehow still mysteriously just get out of it somehow.
Oh, awesome.
Yeah.
Looking
also,
good.
If you also notice, can you see, I don't know if you pick up on the camera.
What?
Smoke particles. It's leaving a trail.
Yeah, I think you can see the smoke particles.
The enemies pooping, so that actually leads you to
What's
your
in
first
there?
batch
All
of
our
enemies.
enemies. Hey.
So what you gotta do is you gotta lay a trap and they will come out after you and you gotta try and kill them.
They're walking through the fence still.
Please
Oh,
note
well.
that this only represents like work in progress.
It still is a work in progress.